There you are, you son of a...
Hey, what's your problem? I'm trying to work.
What, suddenly the doorman doesn't let me up to see her anymore? She doesn't get any of my messages?
Maybe Livy's just not as interested in you as you thought she was. Sorry, Jack.
Hey, save the innocent act, bro. All right, because you suck at it. Now, here's a message I want to get delivered. Come on to your little games. Yeah. And nothing's gonna break Livy and I up. So you better deal with that.
So what happened with Eve?
So how are you feeling?
Like I've been hit by a car.
Well, that's because you were. Can you remember anything?
I think I remember Christmas Eve. But just bits and pieces. It's just a fog.
Can you tell me the last thing you remember?
I remember wanting to get home to you. And I couldn't.
You're home now. That's all that matters.
What day is it?
It's January 8th.
January 8th. It's been 2 weeks, Kevin.
You haven't been out the whole time. There's some gap.
Why can't I remember?
Well, maybe it's better that you don't. Honey, sometimes the memory has a way of blocking out the things that are best left forgotten.
Eve doesn't remember what happened when we were together. She doesn't remember about us.
She just survived a major accident, Ian. Post-concussive amnesia is almost expected, but it'll pass.
Save it, Joseph. I took the same bedside manner class as you did. And yes, some patients may regain their memory completely. There's others whose blocks of time forever. How could this happen? How?
What's the C note for?
I want to hire you as my lawyer.
I don't come that cheap.
Pal, really, I'm not kidding. I really do want your help.
All right, Lucy. Just take it easy. But I want to go see Eve.
Oh, no, wait. See, that's sort of my problem. I mean, it sort of concerns her.
Do you know something about what happened to Eve?
Just take this. Just please take this first so we have that, client confidentiality thingy.
Oh, Lucy, something's fishy here.
You're right. And I'm the fish about to fry. Except I think this is going to turn out to be a great big whale fry. Look, pal, I did something pretty bad. I committed a crime, and they could send me to jail, and I can't exactly go to jail.
They would love you in Sing Sing. What's this crime?
Okay, it's sort of a computer-type crime. Look, I changed the DNA results on Ian. Okay, I knew they were alive, and I made it look like they were dead. I made everybody believe they were dead instead of alive. So, I am in really big trouble, aren't I?
See, I know Livy. I know if she'd have got my messages, she would have called.
Well, maybe she's just having second thoughts about getting mixed up with a felon. Now, if you care about her the way you say you do, then you do what's best and you'll leave town. Go back to Westford, get yourself a lawyer. Get this probation trouble all straightened out.
Yeah, you know, that's a good idea. I can't believe I didn't even think of that. But lawyers cost money. And the last thing I had went to some hotshot doctor like yourself to save our mom.
You know something? I do owe you for taking care of our mother.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pay for your lawyer.
Leave Livy, skip town, and hit the jackpot. So tell me, Chris, how much is my vanishing act worth to you?
More money than you've ever seen, little brother.
Maybe there's a positive side to Eve blocking out much of what she went through. It was pretty traumatic.
Oh, not all of it, Joseph. Not all of it.
It might be too hard for her to deal with her feelings.
What are feelings for me?
Yeah. Now that she's home. With her husband.
What are you saying? That she doesn't want to remember?
Maybe.
No. No. Eve was committed to us getting out of there and starting our life over somewhere else. Something like that can't stay buried forever. It just can't.
I feel so strange. Like there's something at the tip of my memory and I can't quite reach it.
Don't force it. Just give yourself time to recuperate.
It's like a dream, you know? And you wake up and for just a moment, you think it's real. But then you know it's just a dream.
But this is real. I can touch you, and I can hold you. And I can take you home. After I thought you were...
Dad, oh. Oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. All by yourself with no one to comfort you.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you didn't know I was still alive. It's not your fault. What could you have done?
I could barely face the house without you. Every time I turned around, all I saw were memories. And I tried to have hope, but once I saw the DNA test that confirmed you were dead, I just lost all my hope.
Harris. It must have been Harris. He must have changed the DNA test to make it look like we were dead.
Who would do something like that? What kind of a person makes a man believe that his wife has died?
Lucy, you're on the hospital board, all right? You tampered with test results. You made two people look like they were dead when they were alive.
Don't you think tampered is a bit harsh?
I can't represent you here.
Wait, Scott, please, listen. You're a great lawyer. You could use that crime of passion or a reason of insanity or the Twinkie defense. I don't care. Use something.
I'm not that great.
You could put a little spin on it, you know, just... Okay, you'd have to put a great big spin on it. But, pal, please listen to me. I did this just to protect Kevin from finding out that his wife ran off with her lover. Don't I get any points for that?
Lucy, Eve and Ian were kidnapped.
I know, but I didn't know that then.
Well, where were your psychic abilities?
Oh, at the time, all I was picking up on was what Eve and Ian were feeling for each other. So naturally, I assumed that they were, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay, so let's just think about this, okay? So, Eve and Ian, they go and they dig up a couple of stiffs. They put them in his car. They got a lot of dynamite, enough to blow up everybody in the recovery room, just so they could run off and have an affair. Don't you think there's a lot easier ways to have an affair?
You know, maybe I didn't really think it through. That happens. I just didn't happen to connect all the dots. But Scott, I was doing it for Kevin. He was in such a bad state. Do you know he almost killed himself? He almost torched the whole lighthouse when he found that note that Ian had written Eve. You know, what was I supposed to do? Follow him around with a fire extinguisher the rest of his life?
We're supposed to keep your nose out of Eve and Kevin's business.
You are looking at this in entirely the wrong way. I did this whole thing to protect Kevin. I didn't want this man to find out that his wife was with another man. I did it so Kevin could go on living his life.
Let me ask you something, Lucy. Just think about this. Maybe you did it because if Kevin thought Eve was dead, he would turn to you.
You blame me for not being there for our mother when you and I both know there's no way I could have even known where she was.
No, you could have found her if you wanted
Right,
to.
and now you've decided it's payback time. And you're going to use Livy to take from me what you think I took from
Look,
us.
I would never hurt Livy.
Yeah, well, prove it. And leave. Before she gets in too deep. Because she will get over you.
Tell me, Chris, how much is breaking up with a girlfriend worth these days?
10 grand.
And all that money right there in your briefcase, and I don't know, to me it seems like you kind of planned this.
Just take the money, Jack. It's yours.
You got yourself a deal.
There you go. Now, just between brothers, you gotta admit, this is the reason you're here all along, just to get your hands on some cold hard cash, right?
You want the truth, Chris? Okay. I used Livy. Is that what you want to hear? I used her to get even with you. That's the truth. That's why I came to Port Charles. Yeah?
And $10,000, pretty good score.
Pretty good, pretty good. Date a pretty girl and screw you over. You know what? I think I'm gonna go do some shopping. Have a nice day, big brother. You want the truth, Chris? Okay. I used Livy. Is that what you want to hear? I used her to get even with you. That's the truth. That's why I came to Port Charles. Yeah?
And $10,000, pretty good score.
Pretty good, pretty good. You know, date a pretty girl and screw you over. You know what? I think I'm gonna go do some shopping. Have a nice day, big brother.
Gotcha.
Hi, how is she?
She's gonna be all right.
Oh, great. I wanted to come by to say how happy I am that she's gonna pull through. And I wanted to bring flowers or candy or something, but I know you're not allowed to, and...
I'm just glad to know that you're here and everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm still worried, though. The truth is, now that, we know Eve's gonna be okay, I'm worried about Lucy. I know how close the two of you have gotten again, and Lucy cares for you so much, and I think you care for her, too.
Livy, Eve is my wife, and I love her. And she needs me now more than ever, and I want to be with her.
You want to, or you have to?
It's the right thing to do. And I am where I want to be.
You know what? You aren't even trying to understand what I'm saying here. You're a terrible lawyer, and you're not my friend anymore.
Lucy, I'll help you. Don't I always?
I'm so sorry. You are a wonderful lawyer, and you're a terrific, brilliant person. You know what? If you weren't my pal, I would die. But I'm already beating myself up over this. I don't need you to be Jiminy Cricket sitting on my shoulder reminding me the error of my ways.
Lucy, I know how your mind works, okay? In your Lucy world, you think that you were doing the right thing, and it was okay. It's justified, but it's not. In the real world, justice, there are laws, and you broke the law.
But, pal, I can't go to prison. You look good in prison blue. I don't look good in prison blue. I never look good in blue.
All right, listen, I think your way out of this is you gotta go to them. Confess before they track you down.
You're saying I have to go and confess?
Yes, that's exactly what you have to do. You've got to go tell them everything. I mean, you can be persuasive when you want to be. I know that.
No, there's another choice here. Bora Bora. You know what? It's very nice this time of year, and there's very inexpensive beachfront property. Besides, there is no extradition.
And there's no Serena, there's no Kevin.
You're right. When you were right, you're right. You always seem to be right lately, and I can't go. I also can't let Kevin find out the truth from the FBI or the CIA or the KGB or any of those people. I guess I need to tell him the truth myself, don't I?
Yeah, you do. Go do it now.
Yeah, no, I will. I will. You know, you just got to find the right, perfect time to say something like this.
Now is the right time. I'm gonna go check on Eve. You go tell Kevin you changed the DNA results and throw yourself on his mercy.
Okay, if I do that, you'll work your legal mumbo-jumbo magic, right?
Of course I will. But you know what? I'm gonna keep this. 'Cause I got a feeling I'm gonna earn it.
Hey, thanks. Okay, universe, please don't fail me now.
Tall.
Everything you want to know about your soaps from the one place that's pure soap.
Who won the Derby?
Thought you might like some flowers.
I cannot believe my eyes.
You know what? I wish I could buy flowers like this for you every day.
Jack, this is the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me. But these flowers must have cost you a fortune.
Don't you worry about that.
Do you know what I love more than these flowers?
What?
The fact that you're here. God, I missed you so much.
Hey, I missed you too. I missed you a lot.
When I didn't hear from you, I got worried. I thought something had gone wrong with your probation and you had to leave town. And Jack, I thought I'd lost you.
Hey. Well, you don't have to worry about that. Because I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. Okay?
Detective Garcia, I'm glad I got through to you. I have to report a theft. Yeah, somebody's stolen $10,000 from me.
Dr. Rosner to vascular surgery.
Well, actually, I'd really appreciate it if you could look in on Eve. Thank you, Gail. Bye.
Doc, hi.
Hi.
Do you have a minute?
Of course, what's up?
Well, there is not an easy way to say this, so I'm gonna just come right out and say it. I did something really, really terrible, and now it's time for me to fess up.
You're blown up. Everybody thinks you're dead. Then you come back to life. It's very dramatic.
Well, you know me. Couldn't die. Besides, if I did, who'd you have to eat candy corns and pizza with, huh?
I could use a slice of pizza right now. So don't go anywhere.
Okay. I am gonna go to sleep, though.
Okay. Get some sleep.
Hey, think this through, Thornhart, before you rush in there and stir things up.
I was with Eve for weeks. I know everything that happened to her, everything. Who better to remind her of it?
It's dangerous to push a patient before she's ready.
She's
You know
not just
that.
another patient. I can take care of her better than anyone. She's in there lost because of me. And I will do everything in my power to help her find her way back. Now stand down, Joseph. I'm begging you. Hey.
Does that mean we're gonna get out of here?
And you're also released from your obligation.
How did you manage to do that?
Well, I told him if he ever had a relapse, I'm the only one that can help him. And I wouldn't if he touched you.
I dreaming?
No, you're not. I'm right here.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles.
On the next, Port Charles.
I just remember a little bit of what we went through.
Then let me help you. I remember everything.
Come on, Lucy, what could you have done that could be so terrible?
Admit it, the day is never complete without your daily dose of Erica Kane and All My Children. Eventually, Erica will settle down and find someone special again. But is it today? You're going to have to watch and find out. Luckily, All My Children is coming up next here on SoapNet.
Port